Mountain Pass HD. In this video I want to show you where you can climb in randoms. In the next video I will be showing you the rest of the climbs and boosts on this map, so stay tuned for that. Wargaming uploaded a video recently and a couple of you brought it to my attention that climbing was mentioned. So I took a look.
As soon as a new map or patch is released, players start to act like mountain climbers. It's clear that every player wants to climb somewhere to get an in-game advantage. But on the whole, it's not ideal to spoil the game for 15 or sometimes even 29 people. Therefore, a lot of drive-thrus will be blocked. They weren't planned. Sorry guys. It will all be blocked.
Blocked? Then how did we get here, Wargaming? Tell me how? Did you forget to add walls? Did you not design the map? What intern was on the loose again? Tell me. Well, I can tell you, and this climb is tributed to Xaneleon. Let's first analyze the climb and then talk about what Wargaming claims in their video. You want to get that nice angle, jump into the dirt and then up the slope. And once you're at this part, then you can basically stick to the rocks. Move really carefully. Your objective is to gain a little bit of height, and then, as you can almost see that, I want to get my back up onto the rock. That's what you're aiming for. If you're in a slower tank, make sure that your approach is a little bit shallower with the Uris or a little bit steeper with the Black Bulldog and stuff like that. It takes a little bit of practice, but once you're up there, then like most of the shit is done. And what did Wargaming said again?
It will all be blocked.
Oh yeah, blocked. Yeah, sure. Well, this isn't blocked. And now we're at the, well, what do you call it? The steepest part of the climb, the hardest part. This is the steepest you can climb in World of Tanks, and well, the light tanks like the RHM and the Black Bulldog are gonna have a little bit more difficulty climbing this than the batchat would, because of the traverse and because of the ground resistances. But basically what you want to do is stick to the rocks, bump into the rocks to lose your speed, and try to turn with your back upon the rocks. Then move a little bit forwards and just try to edge your way up inch by inch. And don't overturn, because if you overturn and you get your angle a little bit too steep, then you're basically screwed, because then you will slide. Most people will want to press W or S, like backwards and forwards, to try to compensate for it, but what you have to do is only press A or D to get like yourself aligned again on the slope.
All be blocked.
Else your engine will stall and you'll fall down. And here you see the later part is actually really easy. You just drop down and you can't really fail that. I don't think I've seen anyone fail that. And in the later part you just have to make sure that you have enough speed, so build up momentum and get that nice left turn in. With every slower tank than the RHM, it gets progressively harder, so keep in mind that you're not done yet once you're up here. You're only like 2/3 of the way there and you want to go up all the way. But in the RHM it's really easy, and from here you can like go anywhere you like. You can go up here, up on the mountain to spot on the CD line, see what's coming, just like the old one-line OP-ness, but it's a little bit less OP because you can't shoot the cap really good. And if you want to shoot the cap, I figured that you have to go on top of this little rock with a lot of speed. Yes, exactly, just like that, and then you can shoot the cap. So is it OP? Yes. Is it OP as it was? No. And after that I just jump down and just looked at where I can go and explore new areas, and that didn't go that well. So back to Wargaming's video. They say when new maps are released you get mountain goats. Yeah, well, okay, cool. An in-game advantage? And what about the training room lols? Like, well, but forget about that. Did they just ignore the whole ESL involved around climbing? I believe it generally made maps like Cliff way better for competitive play, but they tossed it out of the window, and Bobby's gonna get those corridor maps they all love. Ugh. And to spoil the game for 15 others, I could make an entire video about the old mountain pass being balanced except for 1 or 2 climbs. Let me know if you want that. They say this because when puppies see someone on a mountain, they want to push right into its firing lane. And that's not the climber's fault now, is it? You gotta think outside of the box. Every climb could have been played around except for some major exceptions. Well, those should have been patched. And spoiling it for 29 players means there's no in-game advantage to be had. And all the climbs on the non-HD maps weren't planned. Well, that's unfortunate map designing. We all know they say this because ESL is dead. Don't try to tell me most of the old climbs weren't planned. This is just Wargaming's way of moving forward, which means 2 steps back for climbing. Blocking all the climbs is impossible. I will show you that we're going everywhere on this map. Enough background for now. I could go on for hours. There's just so much information that I want to share with you guys that I can't get it all in one video. If you want more information or if you want to join the climbing sessions, feel free to join our climbing Discord. The link is in the description. And now let's go back to the climb. So we're at the same part again with the RHM, and the first the first thing I did was fail it, so I just skipped that part of the failing. You want to make a nice left turn, make it really nice and slick, gain some speed at the back, and that should be it. This should be your climbing extravaganza for now. And here we have C3. C3 is one of those easier climbs, and it's probably meant for randoms trying to clean up. And I think they actually made this one really easy in this HD version of the map. As you can see, no wiggling required, just backwards and forwards and forwards and backwards. And here we have D4. This is one of those climbs that's yeah, it's hard. And that might have looked easy, but you need a ton of speed. And that speed is just the thing that like a lot of tanks lack. And that's the difficulty with it. Because you want to have the right angle, bump yourself into the rocks at such an angle that you will propel yourself a little bit forwards, or like the rock pushes you to the side and up the slope, and you don't want to bump into the rock and lose your speed. You want it to help you and not be your enemy, and that angle is really precise. But I think with practice, and if you really like this RHM, then yeah, you can make this work. It's just hard. And well, I was up on D4. You don't have to go all the way. Well, the thing is that you want to do is, if you go up D4, then you spot the B2 area, well, ish. You want to see what they have on the base. You want to have some shots on the C3 if you don't want to go up there. Make sure that you go down on D4, because there's invisible walls almost everywhere. But from this area you have shots on H3 and stuff. So if you're a really excellent player and you can take advantage of it, then go ahead and use this. It's not for everyone. And if you want to go up all the way, then of course I wanted to find a way. It's not just getting up this mountain itself, it's also blocking climbs with invisible walls. I mean, it's also gaining the altitude for that a real goat desires. And here I'm a little bit struggling with how to get up there, because this is almost as steep as the mountain pass F1, G1, but not that much. So, yep, trying to wiggle up, trying to see what I can see, and there's only like a single route you can take going up here, gaining speed and trying to gain traction. And once you're up, you feel like a true goat. It feels like Wargaming didn't try to patch anything, and that felt good. Of course, you want to go up all the way and shoot enemies. I wouldn't recommend going up all this way to shoot the bulldog, because that would be such a waste. But hey, well, whatever floats your boat. If you want to climb, you can climb. Is what I'm trying to say. And of course, we end up stuck.
As soon as a new map or patch is released, players start to act like mountain climbers. Sorry guys, it will all be blocked.
So that was my first attempt ever at climbing the F5 into F6, and then I decided, like, wait, that should be possible, right? It is!
It will all be blocked.
Nice block. And I believe, like, I truly believe that there were walls here, right? Oh well. For this climb you need a lot of speed too, and I don't think it is able to be done in a lot of tanks that go 65. I haven't even made it in the batch yet. That's how awful that climb is, because you need a lot of speed to get up that little that hill of like 10 feet high, and or 10 meters, not feet. And here we go onto H8. It's a base climb, which is also, well, it's situational. It's not really good or anything. It's just if you want to beat your friendlies to the damage and to the arty that hides, or the tank destroyer that camps up here, then take this route. Practice it a little bit, because it's not really hard, but you have to practice it. And here we go to the OP climb numero 2. And this means E7. E7 is just very godlike. You rush over the bridge from the north spawn, rush over the bridge onto the rocks and then into this area. The fun thing is you have cover from the glacier with rocks, and you can shoot on the glacier without being spotted, and oh boy, you can shoot on the entire road and even further, as you can see. This climb is dirty, like truly dirty. And if you're like, hey, I want to shoot the glacier but I'm on a different spawn, then you take this route. You're like, oh, okay, I think I can manage. You only have to gamble that nobody will look at the bridge for the first minute. And that's it. If you want to know how I got up here, be sure to check the next video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a really nice day.